Okay, we have a big update from Kajabi, and I've got the blog post up on my screen right now. It says 9 reasons to love Kajabi's new website builder. So I figured, depending on where you're at in your Kajabi journey, your online business journey, that you and I would go through these features together, look at different ways that you could use them, look at why they've chosen to release and build these features into Kajabi and upgrade the system with it, and why now? Because we're at a really interesting time in the online business space with COVID and the pandemic and everything like that. So let's go through it together. If you don't know me, I'm Alex King. I've been building online businesses for over a decade now. I've used just about every platform there is out there. And so I love sharing different ways to have a more efficient and profitable online business. And so let's dive in to these features. The first one is just, okay, a unified Kajabi experience. That's not really that exciting. I skimmed this article before, but I figured that you and I would go through this and do more of a Reacts style a video. And I've also got Kajabi ready in another tab. So more unified. I watched this video before, and essentially one thing you're able to do that you weren't able to do before is different styles in the header and the footer if you've built your site out with Kajabi, which I think is a very smart thing to do. Instead of that style being unique to that one page and then just essentially having to get the fonts, the colors, all that kind of stuff right and cohesive across the rest of those pages, you can now do that from one place, which is really, really nice. So good little tweak there. What I noticed actually is one of the most popular page builders with WordPress is called Elementor. Something I've used for 100 different sites, something I use on some of the current sites I build and manage. I prefer Kajabi over that, depending on the use case. In fact, if you want to learn about why I recommend Kajabi over a WordPress stack, you can check the video in the card on this video that should have appeared right now. It's just a bit of an in-depth view on why I recommend Kajabi over WordPress and even over Squarespace in some cases. So yeah, being able to set the global styles for all of the pages, really, really cool addition, very welcome addition. That's very WordPress theme-esque, right? The benefit of using a WordPress theme is that you can define sort of the header, the footer, and what's called the global styles of the whole site. You can do that from one place with most themes. So really cool, super welcome addition. Won't spend too much time on it. These new templates I want to do a deep dive into because I've got them ready to switch to up in this other tab. Let's go through all of these features and changes first, and then we'll head over, pick one of the templates and see what we can do. But this is really cool. They've kind of gone with a masculine male persona, but still pretty modern theme version here. The other ones I like are, I guess, more of an edgy kind of rounded corners. Again, all we're looking for here in terms of styles, because that's the only thing that's changing here, it's not functionality, is when you're looking at styles on websites and people say, oh, it looks really clean, that looks really modern, it's fonts and buttons and colors. That's all. That's what makes up a style. So, you've got rounded edges here, you've got square edges here. This one, you've obviously got your nudes and your more flat colors there. So really cool. Let's check those out after. Let's keep going through. This, I'm kind of interested to see, upsell and cross-sell features on library pages to increase revenue. So I guess if you have a core product, you can trigger upsells or showcase upsells, something like that. So let's look at that after maybe. This one I think is really interesting. Actually, number 5, a member directory. So previously, member directories have been really challenging to deal with. There's a whole range of different WordPress plugins that do this, sometimes really, really poorly. So to be able to showcase the members and really start to foster a community inside the Kajabi platform is a really welcome change. It's one of the areas I think Kajabi has sort of lacked in the past, is how do you build upon the community beyond comments, basically, beyond people commenting back and forth on videos. So this is a really, really welcome addition. I'm very excited to see what we can do for our different projects and bringing our community together, because Facebook groups are getting more just rough. They're noisy. Everyone's got one. So if you can take your group and your platform offline, I recently did this with a client. We wanted to get all of their stuff off Facebook. We moved to a platform called I forget. I can't remember. Mighty Networks. So we moved to that. There's a link to that below. Really cool platform. They do course delivery and stuff as well. I think, do they? Or is that the other one? Anyway, good platform for fostering a community outside of Facebook, which is a really good thing. Improved SEO through alt text. I think that's always really good. So what they've moved from, previously Kajabi was no good at building or having your main website built on Kajabi. You should have done that with WordPress and just have Kajabi be your course delivery system. They're totally abandoning that now. You can build everything you need without a WordPress site inside of Kajabi. So I really like that. I recently did that for a client. We had this big bloated WordPress site with, and then the course was on Teachable. It was a nightmare. Simplified everything, got rid of all the expensive plugins, and just put everything onto Kajabi, including the front-facing website. So there's a link to that below if you just want to go see what can be done. Took me, I don't know, less than a day to just copy-paste all that stuff over and make it really nice and beautiful inside of Kajabi. 7, improved customization of login and utility pages. This is great because it was pretty limited in the past. Looks like we've got background images, which I love. And videos to this page, which I love. That's really, really good. So I'm going to play around with that because I haven't been thrilled with it in the past. Hopefully this fixes something where, without custom code, I couldn't change the forgot password color of text without affecting some other elements. So if you had like a pink colored background and then black text, anyway, it just literally stuff got hidden and stuff got lost. So hopefully this update overcomes that. Looks like we can share more about your business with new pages. So contact page, great. Okay, so these are just going to be built in. Previously, you would have built these out separately, which is fine. So really, really cool. Now this is really interesting. Number 9, boost your blog. I was literally on the phone with Brendan Bashard, who is one of the top experts in the world, also an investor in Kajabi. So he had a bit of bias, but his recommendation was put everything on Kajabi, and for your blog, pick a great WordPress theme and have that be your blog. I'm thinking we're getting away from that here. I'm thinking that if Kajabi is upping their game when it comes to blogging, which has previously been really baseline and basic, still something I'd recommend depending on the kind of blogger you are, but this is getting more exciting. So they're taking the blogging side of things seriously, which is really, really cool. It looks very Elementory. So not elementary, but Elementor is a WordPress plugin, and inside of Elementor you can customize the way your blog post actually shows up, which is kind of a cool thing. You can customize the way the image shows up. You don't have to rely on a theme to establish this for you. So this kind of looks like what's happening with that inside of the blog with Kajabi. So I really, really like that. More flexible design there, more user-friendly. Awesome. So this is great. I want to, just because I've got it up, and again, I'm doing this on the fly, but I just wanted to get this video out. I'm going to jump into Kajabi. And I've just gone, this is one of my other accounts that I haven't really done anything with. And we're going to go to design, website, and let's, just because I love working with female coaches and female entrepreneurs, let's select this Emilia theme and see what it does. Don't have to do any DNS stuff. Don't have to do any WordPress stuff. Very, very welcome. Okay, so this is 1.0.0. So first launch, hopefully it's still really solid, but you can see that versions improve over time a lot. So I really, really like that. At one point, this was only 1.0.0, so that's good. Let's go to customize. Okay, so I want to go through this site that is essentially a template site, but still really, really awesome. Ironic that Emilia is a hairstylist and salon owner, because that's the industry one of the industries that my partner and I are in. We help hairstylists. So I'm going to go through this as like a web designer perspective. What's interesting is if you have ever searched for like a theme for your website, maybe you've been on Theme Forest, and they lure you in with like, this is a website for this kind of person. This is a website for female entrepreneurs. This is a website for chefs. It's all bullshit. It literally is all bullshit, because that is not, themes don't get built around a person or an industry, typically. Like there's not a type of button that's more suited to an executive coach that is more suited to a chef, right? Design and style is what gets fitted around those things. So that's just a clever sort of marketing thing that designers do to try to sell you their theme. And it's fine, it's purely innocent, but it's not something to get too swayed by. And you see it whether it's a theme by itself or a theme that's like, and we have over 500 different themes for every industry. They're just designs, they're just styles and templates. So it's great. It's pretty much the same thing here, because again, this is built on Kajabi's platform. And you could achieve this by yourself or using any of the other different styles, but this is just, it's a preset. It's a preset of colors and fonts and all that kind of stuff that, you know, supposedly works well together. So up here we have a hero section, and I just want to click on this. So this is going to be, so it's a hero section. That's our text. Interesting. This is kind of funny whenever you see like lines like this. It's kind of fake design almost. It's fine. It's still good. And then they've changed it so the width is going to be 4 columns. So I guess you could change this to make it 10 columns, and it's going to go across. So yeah, if you're doing something where you have an image, which really common for a hero theme, or for a hero design, you have an image over here. Maybe this is my face and this is sort of blank space. You want to make sure that you have that width set there. So I really like that they did that as a starting point. The thing I want to check with this is the mobile design. All right, so it says animated right there, and I don't know what that means just yet, but I'm sure we'll learn. Without putting this on a phone, who knows what that is going to be like, but hopefully it's pretty reliable. I think one of the things I like about the builder, or something that they changed recently, I mean, all of this stuff is super, super helpful when you're doing, this is padding. They've actually changed this to be more user-friendly, but this is known as padding in web design. This is known as margins, the inside space and the outside space from an element. So the fact that you can edit that, and likely, yeah, you can go negative values on that, that's huge. Really, really cool for design. And it looks like, yeah, okay, so in a lot of other things like Elementor, you've got, I guess, more advanced animations. Again, it's not the end of the world, it's not the biggest thing, but fade, flip, and zoom. Those are good basics. The thing I like about Kajabi in particular when it comes to building anything is that too many options can paralyze you, right? So if you're doing a WordPress site, the customizations are endless. Too many options will paralyze you, and it will actually slow you down. Now, you might get the customization that you want, but at a massive cost and investment of time, energy, resources, whatever it might be. So if you've only got a couple of options, it's great, because, you know, here I am, part of my opinion could be, oh, it doesn't have like fade in left and fade in right. And actually you could do that with these things, but there's much more advanced animations for elements that you can have in other page builders like Elementor, but it's likely not necessary. And a lot of the times they look really cheesy and ugly anyway. So this is an intentional thing versus what some people and some trolls might say, oh, that's stupid. Like, we should just have all of the customizations. It's not needed. And I don't know, maybe there should be an advanced mode. Maybe there should be a basic mode. That's kind of a good way to go as well. But I think it's fine, honestly. Let's go down. Okay, so featured in, we've got, oh, that's what they're doing here, probably. So see how there's a hero and a hero mobile? What they're probably doing is hiding this whole element on a desktop device, and then showing this one, yeah, hiding this one on mobile and hiding this one on desktop. And so that basically like interchanges them out depending on the device that the user is viewing it on. So really great thing. The fact that you can hide and show elements based on, yeah, see that hide section, I missed that before. The fact that you can hide and show elements based on the device that it's being viewed on is really, really powerful. It's a great addition. And previously, in fact, I think Kartra falls really short in this, or it did when I used it. If you can't choose between those things, it's useless. It's so useless, because you design this thing on a desktop and then 80% of your traffic is mobile, it's just useless. Might as well not have tried. All right. So featured, that's going to be that, I think. And these are all the images. So yeah, okay. So now they're doing this thing, and I think this is new, to have these little images have an animated thing on them. I really, really like that. Let's see. Fade. Yeah, okay, so just the same animation features as before. Let's see, can I actually, yeah, let's view this thing and see how it animates and builds in. Nice. 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 So all it's doing is a simple fade up. Really nice, really clean. A lot of what's making this nice is these icons and imagery. You could easily find those on Envato Elements. But just remember, like, if you are like, oh, I really want a site like that, what's making up this site is fonts, colors, and intentional design. I love icons. I think they're a really welcome addition to most sites. And the only other thing that's happening here is fade-ins. One thing I would have done here if I was designing it, I maybe would have put a light shadow behind this image. So we'll see if we can do that. Super cool, like plain background, overlay, really easy. Yeah, so simple. Again, not many options. Let me see if I can do that shadow thing. Okay, so if this was my site, I likely would have put a drop shadow behind this, and I don't think we can. But that's fine, because that is actually a good feature that you would maybe want to add. A drop shadow behind images. Kajabi people, developers, if you're listening. So anyway, I really like that. I think that's really, really cool. Great layout, super basic, got all the elements, and the fact that it was basically designed for me is very, very cool and very welcome. Let's look at these other elements. I'm curious, I may have to do it in another video, but to see these, I want to see the community and the member thing. But it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to find it in this video. FAQs are all good. Pricing cards. Yeah. I mean, this is great. This is a step in the right direction. Again, what we had previously, and this was even, gosh, yeah, a year ago when I talked to Brendan, is build your sort of main site on WordPress. And even previously I would have said that, build your main site on WordPress because you want to be able to, customize your layout and have the kind of style that you want, all that kind of stuff. Now you don't have to. Now you can just have your front-facing website. That's an extra, gosh, I don't know, probably thousands of dollars saved every single year if you're not spending money on plugins and theme updates and support and all that kind of stuff. So this is great. This is just a very, very welcome addition. Let me see if this about page has anything fun to it. Not really. I mean, these are really cool. I love these cards. And contact page. I mean, I had to build this myself before. That's nothing. It's just okay, well, there's nothing there. On the other contact pages that I've done, like I did an actual contact form there, which worked really nicely, but yeah, super basic, really great. Again, it's all about the use case, right? And that's why it's sometimes helpful to talk to someone like me or any of the other Kajabi experts out there. Here's my general rule of thumb. If you're needing to build an online site, an online brand, or you're wanting to consolidate, Kajabi is a great option. If you have online products currently or in your very near future, like within 6 months, I think it's smart to build your foundation on Kajabi and get things started there instead of build it on like WordPress or Squarespace and then have to migrate over. If you are absolutely never going to do online courses, and you just need a storefront or a place online to be able to show people that you exist, I think Squarespace or Wix is a better option. WordPress, again, watch my other video to see why I just don't recommend that anymore. But yeah, if you're doing online products, Kajabi is a must. If you're not doing online products, I think Squarespace or Wix is a better investment when it comes to saving cash and just having a better experience overall. So anyway, thanks for tuning in and going through these updates with me. If you enjoyed this video and sort of want more of the use case for how new features can be used and harnessed, super happy to go into those for you in the future. So feel free to leave a comment so we can all build this thing out together. And I could even maybe check out your site that's built with Kajabi and show you improvements on things that you can do to have a more effective and profitable business. So until next time, I'll see you in the next video.